Good morning, we're at it again with the Dapol Class 121. These drive shafts are replacing new ones 2 years ago. It's been run about twice, and here we go. You can hear the sterling performance of them. Not. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you how to change them. I mean, that's dire. The glue they use deteriorates over time, and these models are kept in drawers with plenty of air to them. The problem you can have with models is if you keep them in an airtight box, plastic can deteriorate and crack. It is not the case with these. Anyway, I'll show you how it's done. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find this video helpful. Good morning. What you're going to need is Gorilla Glue, isopropyl, water, a couple of pots, a stand to hold the loco, a little sponge, some tweezers, here you are, I'll show you those there, selection of screwdrivers, and you're good to go. Now, one thing I will say is, a guy on YouTube said use super glue. I wouldn't use it because it has a tendency to snap, and I don't believe it's strong enough. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we do is take the body off, and it's quite easy on this. There you go. Simple as. And I'll pass that to Susan. Thank you very much. Now what you've got here is some very small screws. Easy to do. Now, always put them in small pots because you will lose them if you do not. And this will come off, as you can see. So don't lose the screws. There we go. Right, the next thing you need to do is to remove this little circuit board. Now what I tend to do is screws for different areas I keep in different pots, because if you put them all together you'll be thinking what the hell's what, and of course now this should come off fairly easily with a little bit of help. Don't go mad with it. Now for some reason that is proving a little bit tiresome. However, what I'll do is I'll turn this round. It's a little bit tight on the engine now. I don't want to break anything, so let's move the wire a little bit because it is delicate. Right, the way to do this, you do not need to take off the bogies. I saw a guy do that on YouTube. You don't need to do it, not at all. All you need to do is to remove the engine, which is a doddle, or it was. I'm going to turn it round so I can see better what I'm doing, because while I'm trying to do a helpful video, what I do not want to do is destroy my model. So you can see there, I hooch it out, it's in the clips, there we go, and that's simple. Simple stuff. Pull out the engine, there you go, and here are my drive shafts. You do not need to pull out the bogies. I saw a guy doing this and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And there's the other one. I've just got to find the little what do you call it? Butterfly. And I'll cut now and we'll shake it about and we'll find it. Okay, well we got the butterfly out and I had to really tilt it all around and shine a light in and pull it out, but we got it out. But as I said, you don't need to remove the bogies. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll get rid of this. Susan's going to put it out the way. So what I'm going to use a little cocktail stick inside my little butterfly to clean it, and just wind it round like that, wind it round like that. You don't want anything abrasive on these, they are so delicate, and wind it round like that. Okay, what I'm doing is I've got some of these like tiny cotton buds and I'm just going over these again because of paper residue. They are so small, and if you've got any residue on there, the glue isn't going to hold. It will just not hold. You're wasting your time. As I say, it's non-abrasive. I couldn't believe it. Look, I'm not in the habit of slagging off fellow YouTubers that are trying to be helpful, but to suggest to use an emery cloth or anything abrasive on these shafts, I can understand somebody suggesting super glue, and for some that might work, but everybody does what's right for them. Anyway, let's start gluing these. Well, what we're going to do is stick these little critters on, and with this Gorilla Glue what you need to make it set is you need some water. So you just dip it in the water and you fire it on. Should I get it right? It's not like super glue where you've got to bang it on straight away and pray you got it right from the get-go.
Need some. That's better.
Okay, so basically I think the easiest way to do this is pop it down like that and push it in, and there we go, that's in position, and you leave that for 24 hours. Put it out a bit. You've got to get it right, because once this glue sets, that's your lot. But it takes 24 hours, and the same thing again. Dip it in the pot, put some water on it, get this array round you want it, which I think is the other way, and just pop it in. But it will go in eventually. And there we go, and that will stick. That's one done. What I'll do is I'll line these up so they're where I want them to be. So you put your glue on, in the water, bang, done. And the same the other side, in the water,
Glue.
I've done the glue, sorry, done the glue. In the water, bang, it's on. Now, what you may need to do is just remove some of this stuff here. With a glue stick, which isn't hard to do if you find you've got a bit too much, because remember you're only gluing the spline. There we go, bit too much there, easy to remove. Now what I'm going to do is go off camera and put it under a microscope, well not a microscope, a magnifying light, just to make sure that I've removed it and I haven't got any sticking out where it shouldn't. But what you do now is you leave it for 24 hours to dry, and then I'll show you the reassembly. Thank you for watching. Right, we're going to put this back together now. These have been left overnight, so they should be nice and dry. I'm going to do my best to show you, but as you can appreciate, it's not easy. So the first thing I want to do is get the engine out. Just move it out of the way. Best I can. There we go. Now what we need to do is put these back. And what you do is it clips in like that. That's simple. And we'll do the other one. It's difficult to trying to do it so I can show you, but you just twist it round and you'll feel it go into the slot. And then you, I think that's in the slot. So, got to be careful you don't damage what you've done. So, let me have another go. And it kind of clips in. There you go. And they're now both into the slot. So, you heard the clip, they're in. So what we now do is we get the engine back. And as I've shown you, you do not need to pull apart the bogies. So this goes in, this is really easy, it slides in there, simple as. The other one as well, get a screwdriver, lift it up, turn that round, and in it goes, and they're both in. It's just a case of pushing it in, and that's it. What me thinks. I like the way the wires look on this side. Now it goes underneath. Maybe I'll turn it round a little bit. It won't go. What I'll do, I'll see if it runs. Well, here we are, running without the body, and hopefully you can see it is running absolutely fine. One more time. No juddering, no stuttering. We're running perfectly. Couple of things you need to be aware of here is that when you push down, you make sure that the drive shaft's in little slots here. You also make sure you haven't broken any of the wires here. One of these I had to replace before when I had a problem with the drive shafts before. Also, I should add that Dapol have made a new drive shaft, or got a new drive shaft in stock that is a lot stronger than what originally came with the locomotives. Those I have actually fitted to this. Now, I haven't bothered to video it because the fitting of them is exactly the same as with those I repaired. The reasons the ones I repaired didn't work was because the butterflies were split, and no matter how much you glued them, when the butterflies are split, it will not work. So at the end of the last chapter, when I ran it on the track, the loco did run, but it wasn't smooth. It shook a little bit. So I got onto Dapol, and they said they got a new type of drive shaft. I have fitted it. If you look closely here, you'll see it's slightly different and goes a lot further back, whereas before you wouldn't see it. So the butterfly is a lot stronger for the torque that the twin flywheel motor puts out. And basically the reassembly is exactly the same as a disassembly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have found this video helpful. Thank you. One thing that I feel I must add before I put the top on is these here, you have to make sure they go in the slot and you don't break any of the wires, because these are for the lights. And to put the body back on, so simple. It just pushes down. Just get it, make sure they're on. Yep, there we go. And that's it, the body's on, and we'll let it run. Here we are running with the body on. See the red stop lights there. And you can see it's running absolutely fine. Do it slowly so I can show you. You can see there is no juddering, there is no stuttering. God knows what that noise is, I don't know. But it works absolutely fine. And when you stop it, make sure that you stop it slowly, you don't slam it. Thank you.